Good morning, fellas. Welcome to Wednesday, March 25th, 2020. Oh yeah. How you guys doing? Nice to see you today. Today we are going to be talking about biomes, but instead of the land or terrestrial biomes that we were talking about yesterday, we're going to talk about what we call aquatic or water biomes. So, we'll start off with a joke. To go off of my joke from math class, we used my last turtle joke for a while. Okay? What did the turtle wear to protect his head while he was riding his bike? Should be a pretty easy one. Should be able to get it. What would the turtle wear to protect his head when he was riding his bike? Think about what you would wear. Well, a turtle would wear a shelmet. Not a helmet, a shelmet. He's a turtle. All right, on to today's lesson. So, first thing I want us to do is let's read through this quick little write up that is focused on freshwater versus saltwater biomes. So, think to yourself, saltwater. Have I ever been in saltwater? What is saltwater? What is freshwater? Well, if you've ever been in the ocean, you've been in salt water. Even though it's not like someone dumped a bunch of salt in there. It's salt water. Freshwater talks more about rivers and lakes and ponds. Now, we've discussed this earlier in the year, so this is just a review. But let's read through this little write-up about freshwater and saltwater. You can print it out if you like. I'll attach the document. Freshwater versus saltwater. Biomes are regions that have similar climate, animals, and plants. Let's take a closer look at the two types of aquatic biomes: freshwater and marine. Marine means saltwater. Freshwater is defined as having less than 1% salt in it. Freshwater biomes contain either moving water, like rivers, streams, or creeks, or standing water, like ponds, wetlands, or lakes. Less than 1% of the Earth's water is in freshwater lakes. Oh, that's only a little bit. Both the temperature and the depth of the freshwater determine what plants and animals can live there. The amount of movement in the water also affects the type of life that can survive there. Freshwater animals can be large or small. Some organisms that live there are only made up of a single cell. That is pretty small. The animals that live in freshwater environments depend on the water for food and survival. Some plants also live in freshwater. You may see moss growing in or near freshwater biomes. Moss often grows in freshwater environments. Many freshwater organisms rely on moss for food. Okay, so freshwater is talking about a lot, things that are not the ocean. So lakes and ponds. They all lakes and ponds are kind of quiet, right? They're nice and peaceful, and the water's not moving. As opposed to rivers and streams, the water might be moving pretty quickly. So there's going to be different animals and plants that live in lakes as opposed to animals and plants that live near rivers. So on to marine biomes, also known as saltwater biomes. Marine biomes are sometimes called saltwater biomes. Marine biomes have more than 1% salt in them. Very large bodies of water, such as oceans and seas, are marine biomes. Marine biomes cover about 3/4 of the Earth. Coral reefs and estuaries are also considered marine environments. Just like in freshwater environments, the type of plants and animals that live in marine biomes depend on the depth, temperature, and movement of the water. Marine biomes support very large, as well as very small animals. Marine algae supply most of the world's oxygen and take in huge amounts of carbon dioxide. That is very important. Evaporation of marine water ultimately provides rainwater for our crops, snow for our mountains, and fresh water for our lakes and streams. Isn't that interesting? So even though it's marine or salt water, when it evaporates, which means goes up into the air and becomes clouds and whatnot, it can end up coming down as rain for the crops, snow for the mountains, and can become the fresh water for the lakes and streams. So the marine or saltwater biomes are super important. If you want, this is up to you, you can print out this Venn diagram on the bottom. The Venn diagram compares freshwater and saltwater. So in the circles by themselves, you would write the things that only are freshwater examples. Here are only saltwater examples, and the middle is what happens with both. Okay, so you don't have to do that. We'll get to that another day. There is a video in your classroom that talks about aquatic biomes. So if you could watch that video, and then you can complete the Google form, which look like this, and only has a couple quick questions about aquatic biomes, that would be great. Okay, and that is it for today. If you have any questions, you can email me. I'm sure you guys were waiting. He's finally awake. Mr. Charles. Hey, buddy. Say what's up. What are you doing? He's laying on the couch. He was lazy bones this morning. Right, Charles? We'll have to go on a walk later. Okay, good talk. Okay, have a great day, everybody. So long.